So one project that I started a couple weeks ago and I need to get back to, but I got a little sidetracked. I'm working on this To Kill a Mockingbird inspired blanket. I've got my Mayella square done, but I want to start my, I was working on Dill Harris. He's a character on the book. Charles Baker Harris, he can read. But anyway, he is going to be a sunflower. But as I was looking at different patterns for sunflowers, that got me distracted in other kind of granny squares, so I kind of put that on hold. So that's one whip I need to get situated and get that organized. So there's that one. Then when I was thinking about the Mockingbird stuff that I was doing, I wanted to make an actual Mockingbird amigurumi. And I found this really cute songbird pattern on Hobie of a little songbird, but I wanted to make mine like ginormous. So here's his body so far. This is gonna be his back, and then his head's gonna be here, but so I use like super bulky yarn on because I want to be like huge. He's gonna be really big. I started working on the blossom cake, granny square. I'm into granny squares a lot right now. I'm doing different squares with just this, the self striping variegating yarns. Isn't that pretty? But I needed to get some like spring, summer colors going into my life because I had a lot of fall stuff as I was going through. So that's another one. That's going to be a blanket. At least I know where it's going. So that's good. And then, this one. Oh, okay. Then this one I don't even know when I started it. I started making up a little pattern for a scarf. I'm using Lion Brand's Landscapes Renewed, which that's going to be an inspiration for a whole nother video I'm going to be doing. But I'm making a scarf. Ooh, look at these colors. It's called Fiesta? I think it's Fiesta. But isn't it pretty? Isn't she so pretty? And I'm using the Suzette stitch with some half doubles, some singles, and back loop only. So as soon as this one is done, I'm going to do a tutorial. That's my plan. Do a tutorial on this pattern, but using springier colors. I have a really pretty pinks and purples one. So I need to finish the original one to make sure I like it, and then do the tutorial using the different yarn and more springy colors. So that's this one. Then, oh my gosh. Okay, so then I had done, I did a video that compared all these different yarns. And when I did that, I found how much I love this anti-pilling select, love it. But what I started making was, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I shared a little short about this, I think last night, where I wanted to mix I've been working on, I did work on some hand-dyed yarn, like yarn that I dyed. I learned how to dye yarn last fall because that's what I do. I decided to do a hobby, and I just like dive in, not even feet first, like head first, half an arm, all my legs, all the things. And so I learned how to dye yarn, and I haven't done anything with it because I was afraid to use it because it's fancy. I have a ton of beautiful hand dyed hanks. Maybe I can do a little. Where are all my walls? I can see them. Over there. There they are. Do you see some of them right there? There's a bunch of them. But anyway, I have a bunch of ones that I purchased, but I actually thought I want to start making some. So of course I figured out how to do that because I like to get obsessed about things. But anyway, after I did my yarn review, sorry about that. I did my yarn review of the Select. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make a whole wearable from the hand-dyed stuff because I'm afraid of doing that. I haven't made any wearables. The only thing that I make that are wearable are scarves because that's as fancy as I feel like I am right now because I kind of hop around to all the different kind of things. So I thought, you know what I should do? I should combine my hand-dyed yarn with some other yarn, and that kind of makes me like a little nervous because I've done some research on the different fibers, on like the protein fibers, the plant-based ones, and all the different things. And I think I can combine them. So we're going to find out. So I have this, it's 100% superwash merino. And then I have the Premier Anti-Pilling, which is anti-pilling acrylic and nylon, right? And so I've made some squares using this color. Where's the other one? This one, and I have the wheat colored one is somewhere. But it's turned into these super cute granny squares, right? I gotta weave in the ends yet. Oops. But look at these guys. Aren't they super cute? I'm obsessed with those colors. I don't know if it's looking, it's like more of a coral. It looks really orangish on my camera, but trust me, it's more of like a coral pinky. I mean, it's not pink, but it's not like this orangey looking that I'm seeing. It's more of like a coral color. It's really pretty. So by using the hand dyed in the middle, right, then the other two, I think it's two, yeah, the other couple of rounds, I'm doing the select, and I'm also adding a row. This is the sunburst granny square, sunburst or starburst. I think I call them both. They're probably totally different ones, but in my brain, this one, I think it's called the sunburst. I added a row of, or a round, I should say, a round of some back loop stitching to give it a little bit more texture. Kind of, can you see that, the texture on there, right? So just to make it a little bit different, because if you haven't noticed, I like to hop around. I get kind of bored. So this is the perfect mix of, keeps my attention, but it also isn't too repetitive, but it's repetitive enough to like kind of relax with. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do something with that. I'm not sure what I should do with it. Maybe a blanket, maybe a scarf. Oh, or maybe I was thinking like a little reading shawl, because I love to read, and like a little shawl called a reading shawl that I can use. I found some cute patterns with that. So I think that's it. Well, the ones that I found that are basically together. Oh, and I do want to do another yarn review on yarns that have like recycled mixes in them, like more of the earth friendly using recycled yarns. That's a side-ish project that I'm kind of working on as well. So I'm trying to get my whips together and come up with some really cute projects as I go. So what I would love to know is, what about you? What are your whips that you have? What works in progress? What are things that you're working on? And almost as importantly, like, what is it? What makes you switch from one project to another? Is it a new yarn that you get? That's what happens to me a lot of times. Or do you see a pattern that's beautiful? Or are you on Instagram or Pinterest and you see something really cute? Like, I could do that. I'm just curious what other people do if they have multiple whips. And if you're not someone who has multiple projects going, how do you stay with the one? Like, well, how do you maintain that focus? Because that is my struggle bus, right? I'm driving that bus, and then I take a detour and ask someone else to drive the bus, but we're still on the struggle bus with all the things. So anyway, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know your process and how you work on your things too. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Hit like and subscribe so you can stay on the struggle bus with me if it's entertaining for you, if you're learning anything. Oh, and I'm going to be doing to add to my list of things I want to do, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the magic ring. It was something I struggled with so much, and then I had one of my students actually help me with it. So I'm going to share what my student shared with me, and hopefully I can help other people who are on that end of the struggle bus. Have a great weekend, and see you soon.